All right, hey everyone, welcome again to our weekly Amazon training calls. And today's going to be great because we have our good friend Jackie here. So Jackie is part of another mentorship that I'm a part of. Actually, the two mentorships. Like one is for finance and credit, and one is for YouTube. And credit. Jackie has been in the credit space or finance space for many years. She helps dental patients, right, Jackie?
Yep.
Dental patients get funding for their dental work. And Jackie is also knowledgeable with different banks. So I did ask Jackie to be here tonight because it's about to be the holiday season. And us Amazon sellers need all the funding help that we can get, right? Because we need to buy inventory, especially for the holidays.
Yep.
So I thought Jackie's perfect to present today because she can share with us different strategies, different credit cards and plays that we can do to get more funding for the holiday season. So with that said, here's Jackie, aka Credit JLo.
Thank you, Louis. So I just have a couple of slides to go through. Let me see here. Can you see that, Louis?
Um,
I think you need to make me a co-host and then I need to share my screen. I think that's,
Are
or
you
let
able
me,
to share your screen right now?
okay. I think so. Yep.
Oh, there you go. I see it
Perfect.
now.
So best credit cards for Amazon and FBA. Okay. That's what we're going to talk about tonight. The right credit card can be a lifeblood of your Amazon and FBA business, unlocking endless opportunity for your growth and possibility. So basically, having the right credit card can be everything for your business. You know, using the wrong credit card can actually work against you if you don't know which credit card you need to use at what point. So that's basically what we're going to talk about today. Key considerations when you're looking for a credit card: reward programs. So this one, it says reward programs. Look for a credit card that offers cash back, point, or miles on Amazon purchase and FBA related expense like shipping and inventory storage. So those are things you want to look for. Annual fee, consider the annual fee of your credit card and whether the rewards and benefit justifies the cost, especially if you have a high volume of Amazon and FBA related spending. Foreign transactions. So if you are selling internationally, or you want to make purchases outside the US, you got to make sure that you don't get hit hard with the foreign transaction fees. Credit limit. You want to make sure that you do get a credit card that does give you the power, especially if you're somebody that's doing really good and you want to invest more in your business, or you want to ensure the credit limit is sufficient to accommodate your Amazon and FBA related spending, including inventory purchase and shipping costs. Also, the inventory offers. Look for a credit card with attractive introduction offers, such as sign-on bonus and zero APR to maximize your rewards and savings. And then I spoke to a friend of mine that's in the Amazon space, and these are the credit cards that he uses. So there's 5 of them here. We're going to go into them and we're going to explain why. The Chase Inc. Business Prefer. And he put, why is it great? Because it gives you 3 points on shipping, advertising, and traveler. This card offers 3 points on your first 150,000 spent each year, which is amazing. Imagine 150,000. And if you combine the purchase in the categories like shipping, advertising, social media, and search engineer and travel for Amazon and FBA seller, these categories can align perfectly with your common expenses, okay, like shipping, products, and running ads. And also gives you a sign-up bonus. So this is a credit card that basically will give you a lot back, especially if you're selling on Amazon. So I think it's a great card. Also, another credit card that he uses is the Amazon Gold. You know, there's different Amazons. With the Amazon Express Gold, this is a charge card. So that's something you need to keep, on mind, that you need to have the money to pay it off. This is not one that you can pay off in 12 months or little bit by little. But this one gives you 4x membership rewards, points earned, 4x points on the 2 top categories where your business spends the most each cycle. So it's awesome because depending on what you spend the most, it's going to give you 4x back. Remember, you always have to think that you need to also get win-win or a double dip. These are ways to double dip, not only from what you're bringing on Amazon, but from your credit card as well. This one can include categories like purchases for shipping on US advertising, purchase and select media, and US computer, hardware, software, and iCloud solution. So again, if you're into the, Amazon, it's going to help you get points back and earn with the memberships. The Capital One Spark card, this is also a charge card. So you have to understand that this is one of the cards that you do need to pay back 30 and sometimes 60 days. It depends the terms. This one gives you 2% cash back on all purchases. Simple, unlimited cash back on every purchase, which can be ideal for FBA sellers who perform straightforward rewards without needing to track spending or category. And also it gives you here the bonuses when you first get it, the sign-on bonus and all that. The next one we're going to talk about is the Amazon Business Prime American Express. Okay. This one gives you 5% cash back on all Amazon and Whole Foods for Amazon FBA sellers, and 5% back on Amazon.com purchases, including AWS service. What is that, Louis? What is the AWS service? Do you know? I can't hear you. I think
Sorry, muted. So Amazon Web Services.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The AWS services.
Yeah. Amazon Web Services. Mm-hmm.
So it also gives you, perch on that as well. Can directly offset inventory costs, which is significant and an advantage. And this one has no annual fee. So another thing is you want to make sure when you're choosing a credit card, the annual fee is very important. Okay. And then this one, the US Bank Business Triple Cash Rewards World Elite MasterCard. This one gives you 3% cash back on all eligible purchases, and you can earn 3% on gas, office supplies, cell phone service, and dining. Common expense for many businesses. $500 back cash back when you sign up. So basically all these cards, they're tied in that you can use for Amazon. When you're talking about the Chase, this Chase card is very good because it gives you all that for Amazon. But I would tell you, if you're starting out and look at the Chase in Cash Business, which gives you 12 months interest free, and it has no annual. So you don't have to pay nothing annual. Like sometimes cards are 99, they go up to 700, 800, 300. So if you are just starting, in my opinion, I think, and probably Louis, you can jump in, it would be good to probably get a 12% interest free to start. Also, the Ink Business Unlimited also gives you 12 months. So if you're interested in getting the Chase cards and you're looking for the ones that have 12 months with no interest, you might consider, like I said, either the Chase Ink Cash Business or the Ink Business Unlimited, because both of them offer 12 months interest free. Also, a lot of people like the American Express. So those are another ones that I just made here. The American Express, a lot of people like the Plum card. It is a charge card, and you do have to pay $250 annual fee. But it gives you 60 days to make the payment back. So sometimes I know that when you guys sell things on Amazon, you don't get the money right away. It might take 60 days or up to 120 days. So it all depends. So a lot of people like the Plum card because it gives you the option of 60 days and it gives you it doesn't have a set limit. So it's not like a revolving card, and depending how much you use every month, it goes up. So it does give you the power to be able to purchase, a lot of inventory. So a lot of people like that Plum card. You can hear that all the time. The Amex Blue Cash, this does give you 12 months interest free. It might not give you too much, spending power at the beginning, but if you're starting, like I said, it gives you 12 months with no interest and it has no annual fee. And actually, if you're trying to get into the business ecosystem, the American Express ecosystem through the business side, you might want to try this one, the Amex I'm sorry, not the Blue Crush, the Blue Cash, because it's a little bit easier to get in. Also, the American Gold card, it is a charge card. We just talked about it, and a lot of people like this one, but it has $375 annual fee. So whenever you're looking at the annual fee, you have to think about, is it worth it to me? Am I getting right now, the worth out of it? Because some people, when they're starting, they're not getting the worth out of it. So you have to make sure that you look at everything before you apply for the credit cards. And also know this is a charge card. It has to be paid 30 days and sometimes 60 days. The American Express Platinum, this card, a lot of people love this card, but it does have a $695 annual fee. This card basically, because a lot of people want to hold that platinum card, you have to make sure this card really is good for traveling. If you're not into the traveling and going into the lounges, I would tell you to stay away from this card. Probably the gold card would be a better choice. A lot of people, like I said, they want to get this card because they think it's flashy, but then they get stuck paying almost $700 a year and they don't have the worth for it. So, whenever you guys are applying for any credit card, I would always, think about right now where your business is at, how much do you need in inventory, and if it's worth whatever annual fee it has. So that's something really important. Also, you want to think about where is your credit anytime you're applying for any of these cards. All these cards that I mentioned, to be honest, you do have to have good credit. The American Express Blue Cash, if you're ready in the ecosystem with American Express, if you have a personal card, then you might want to apply for this one to get into the business side. And you probably can get in, I've seen people getting in it with a credit of 690, to be honest, because they're already holding a personal credit card with the American Express. Also with American Express, I've seen people getting their first personal credit card with maybe, a credit history of like a year. So that also helps as well. In those data points, those are things that you need to know. When you're talking about the Chase cards, they are looking for a little bit more top tier credit. So you got to make sure that profile is a little bit stronger. Do you have any questions, Louis, on that?
No, I was listening in, taking notes. Mhm.
Wait, let me see if I can stop sharing it. Stop sharing. Yeah. So what cards do you have?
What do you mean, like for me myself or
What do
people
you
in
use?
general?
Or what do you recommend normally?
I mean, I tell people the best ones to start with are the 0% APR cards.
Yeah.
Just because if you have a longer runway, right, you have less pressure with yourself to pay off the card.
Yep.
So ideally, that's the best one, in my opinion, especially with Amazon because the turnaround time is kind of long. So
Yeah.
it could be 60, like even like 90 days sometimes.
Right.
So if you have a longer runway, it's better for you as a business owner because you're not forced to like, rush the payments, right?
Right.
The
And I
second
agree
one,
that I agree with you 100% because that's why I was talking about the Ink Business Unlimited or the Chase Ink Cash business card, or even the one from American Express, the cash card from the American Express, because they all give you 12 months interest free. So
right.
that's going to give you some time.
Yeah, and with Amazon, we usually make like 20% every month.
Yeah,
So imagine all the things that you can do, right, in that long 12-month period.
exactly.
Yeah, with no pressure too. And for sure in 12 months, I mean, I'm not sure about the math, but if you're doing 20% a month, so in 12 months, that's how many percent, right, that you gained?
Yeah, like 200,
So
200%.
right. So for sure you can pay off the card before 12 months.
Right.
And then I think there's other place, right? After the 12 months, you can apply again or something for another like 12 months or something.
Yeah, so after the 12 months, you can roll it over to another card. Like right now, I have the Chase Ink Cash, and when I went into my app, I already saw that I'm approved for the Ink Business Unlimited, and I'm also approved for the Ink Preferred. So I think I'm going to go with the Unlimited because it's going to offer me another 12 months.
Right.
So especially when you're in this business, that way you don't feel like, because I wouldn't want to have a charge card. I always go against the charge cards unless you're already running a business that's profitable and that you know you're going to have that money. Because I can just imagine feeling that 60 days is going by, 90 days is going by, and you don't have still the money back and you have to pay that credit card, that charge card.
Yeah.
That's very stressful. I
Oh
would think
yeah,
that,
they know. I mean, people in the group know because we're buying inventory every day, so
yeah.
it adds up pretty quickly. So the
Yeah,
financial pressure adds up too, right? And that's why I really recommend the 0% APR cards for sure. And then I think number two to me is Plum.
yeah.
It gives you 60 days.
It gives you 60 days, but imagine, like you say, sometimes it goes over those 60 days. So I personally wouldn't recommend the Plum card at the beginning. I would recommend that after you have your business established and you have revenue coming in all the time. Because if you get into the Plum card, I think it's like a $250 annual fee from the get-go,
Hmm.
and you're not getting that money back, within those 60 days. They're very strict. If you go over the 60 days, it's not about the $39. They're gonna lower that preset limit they have for you.
Hmm.
American Express is very strict with those charge cards. And if you go over them, it's not just paying the $39, the late fee, it's just them lowering that set fee that you have. So I personally would, stick to those 12 months interest free at the
Yeah.
beginning for sure.
And then I like what you said too about Capital One Spark.
Yep,
That's also really good because you're getting 2% for every purchase.
yep. With
So
that,
it,
I'm
mhm.
sorry, you do have to have a strong credit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I think it's perfect for e-commerce because you're buying inventory and you're getting an additional 2%
right,
um like margin on your sale.
right.
Because with e-commerce, we can stack our margins too. I'm not sure if you know, but we use like Rakuten, we get like 5% or so from Rakuten, and then we can use Spark, right? For
Yeah,
2%. And then we use a tax-free state prep center.
yep,
So we save 10% on sales tax.
yeah.
So
And
yeah.
if you want to take a picture of that slide, because that slide tells you that all those credit cards, what they're good for and what they give you, the cash back and all that. So that's a very good slide actually to take a picture of.
Yeah. And then I think you mentioned something about racking up travel points too, right?
Yeah, like,
Yeah, I think it depends on the person. If someone is into like travel hacking, I think Charles is very much into traveling.
yeah, like this
So
slide here,
yeah,
it's really good because it gives you like what it's good for. Why is it great? And all of them. And the credit that you need actually to be able to get approved. The annual fee, it gives you everything. It's actually a really good slide. And like I said, this is somebody that is in Amazon. He's doing really good. And these are the cards that he works with.
yeah, exactly. So I think depending on the person too, right? Someone like likes to travel like Charles, then he should use a travel card for sure.
Yep.
And then
Yep.
for I guess parents who want to save on groceries, right? I mean,
Exactly.
there's cards specific for that reason.
Yep.
And then for people who don't care about that and they just want like a long runway, they can use the Chase one and have
Yep.
0% APR for, you know, 12,
Yep.
18 months. So
So the Chase Inc. Business Preferred does not give you the 12 months. The other two Chase Inc., but he uses it because it gives him the 3x points on the shipping. And
mm,
that's really, and advertising and travel because he travels a lot as well. And the card offers 3 points on your first $150,000 spent each year. And you can combine the purchases in categories like shipping, advertising, social media, search engineer, travel. And for Amazon sellers, these categories align perfectly with common expenses for shipping products and running ads.
yeah, I love
So yeah,
that.
yep, he doesn't get the 12 months, but he gets everything else.
Yeah, that's a really
So
good one too, for sure.
yeah, that definitely is a really good one.
Yeah.
So
Does anyone
it's
have a question for Jackie? This is good. Great job, Jackie. Appreciate
yeah,
that.
Anna. I see an Anna there. I think you guys should take a picture of this slide just because It's really gonna give you the why these credit cards are good. And
Yeah,
this is,
photo of these guys and then just save
yeah,
it.
and this is from somebody that's really running this kind of business, not just somebody that's talking about cards on YouTube and doesn't really run the business. This person is very successful on Amazon.
Yeah.
So
I think Charles has a question, so yeah, go ahead,
Uh,
bro.
so with the I know you get is it a 12-month interest free on the unlimited ink? Do you still get a chance to accumulate bonus? I mean, yeah, to get travel miles with those?
so I have the Chase Inc. Cash business, and yeah, I'm still getting points towards my travel. Yep, and it has the 12 months interest free.
Wow, that's really
Okay,
good.
Yeah,
okay.
and Charles, I have the app on my phone. So now in September 16th, that's when my 12 months expire. I've already been approved with them. I didn't do anything. It doesn't say pre-approved or nothing, approved. I'm already approved
Mhm.
for the Inc. Business Unlimited and for the Chase Inc. Business Prefer.
Okay. Well, I'm kind of in a conundrum with that on the simple fact that I'm data mining with Chase. Like, say I have 5500 over there that's just been sitting for like 45 to 50 days, and I was waiting for 90, but
Mhm.
I still have a high utilization on my US business card, as well as my blue cash, yeah blue business cash. So I'm not sure, am I data mining for nothing, or would you suggest I just take that money that I got data mining with, pay down those balances?
So I think we talked about, remember you telling me about the high utilization?
Right.
You know that the other day I was talking, actually not the other day, yesterday I jumped on a call with somebody was in Chase, okay? Had high utilization, and Chase, without them asking for a credit line increase, went ahead and increased their card. Also, they
Mhm.
had high utilization on the business side, and like I said, Chase approved them, and they had a UCC. Listen to this. They had a UCC filing on that LLC. Chase gave them, I think it was $50,000 business line of credit.
Oh wow.
So I think data mining with Chase is always a good option. Um, I understand your point because we talked about it, that you do have that high utilization. Um, you can always pay that, pay the utilization down. And then once it's down, just again, take out the money and put it back in Chase. Just kind of to give you that leeway there. But definitely data mining with Chase is always going to be a good option because they're definitely a good bank.
All
And
right.
like I said, he's from the Radical Marketer. He was telling me this story yesterday, and I couldn't believe it because I have a UCC filing on one of my LLCs. So, telling you not to do it. Also, I think I spoke to you that day. You do have leverage on the personal side.
Right.
Uh, you can always, maybe if you have maybe two or three cards on the personal side, or you have any interest-free cards, maybe you can kind of roll it over. Just even if it hits your credit card, credit for 30 days, bring down the utilization and then divide it within two or three, or apply for a new business card on the business side. Kind of do that cycle. You know what I mean? Because that's something I was thinking about. If I would have not gotten approved with the Chase cards on the business side, Citi already gave me a personal loan. I just have it sitting there. And I thought, well, you know what? I can always play with that. Just bring it to the personal side, even if it hits 30 days, or let it hit and then just move it back to that personal side because I already have those business credit cards. You
Okay.
know, and sometimes you can divide it. It doesn't have to be all in one card. If you have the leeway on the personal side, two or three, cards, just play with it and then just roll it over again to the business side.
So what would be the best way to like say use those personal cards to liquidate them to pay down the business cards?
Yeah, so if I was you and I had any cards right now that had interest free or something like that, I would probably get like a check. You know what I mean? But I would probably see if I had like 2 or 3 cards, just not to hit all the utilization in one card.
Okay.
Maybe 2 or 3 cards and let it play like that. Also, when you're getting a loan, remember, when you're getting not the revolving, when you're getting a loan, the utilization is a little bit different. It's not like when you do it on the credit cards, on the revolving credit cards. Yeah, it still affects it. But remember, when you go and buy a car, it doesn't affect you like you maxed out the credit card.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Right. Because loans
So
are looked at different than
they're looked at
utilization on credit
different.
card.
So you might want to do that if you can get like a line of credit with one of those cards. Like I'm telling you, Citi is offering me one already. That has nothing to do with my credit card. It's a personal line of credit. So I can do that play. Yeah, it's going to affect me a little, but since it's not on a revolving card, it's not going to affect me as much. And then just, once I finish bringing down those cards, then I'll apply for another interest-free card on the business side and just transfer it.
Okay.
That's a way to
So
play.
so personal utilization is not as important as when you're going for business as your business utilization, right?
No. Remember, I can't tell you that because remember, personal utilization is the number one. That's
Right.
number one. But if you put it in a card that is a personal, like a loan, not a revolving, it's not going to affect you the same. Just to play with it. Just
Right.
to play with it. Remember, if you don't have good personal credit, you're not going to get anything on the business side. That's number one.
Okay.
No, and the thing with the business credit, it's very tricky. I don't know if it was with you that I was talking about the hard increase as well. So even with the hard increase, it doesn't affect you because I was researching it after as much as it does in the personal side. There's not a clear cut on your credit on the commercial side like on the personal side. You know what I mean? So just like as I've talked to different people and they might have on the business side the same thing going on, but maybe one got approved and one maybe the other one didn't. So why? That's the thing we don't know because the
Right.
business credit is completely different from the personal credit. Like the personal credit, we go in, we see the utilization, we see the points, we see the whole profile. With the business credit, even though it shows you, it's a little bit more tricky, to be honest.
Okay.
But I mean, if right now you're maxed out and it told you, I remember you told me that they told you that you were maxed out on the business side. You might want to do this play just to get a little bit more funding on the business side and be cautious with it, next time.
Okay. Sounds
Oh,
good. Thanks a lot, Jay.
you're welcome.
Any other questions, you guys, for Jackie? Anyone? No?
Well, if you guys ever want any questions, Louis can ask me. Not a problem.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess you have no more questions, but I'm just gonna ask everyone to follow you, Jackie, on your
Thank you.
how can they follow you? Is it YouTube, you think, or Instagram, or
Yeah, on YouTube, it's Credit Connect, Jackie Lavielle, Credit Connect on YouTube.
let me find you, Jackie. Or do you have your YouTube link?
Let me see. I think I closed up everything, but it's easy to find me.
Let's see.
You can find me through Louis's channel.
No, hold on. Let me find. Oh, there you go. I got it. Yeah, let me post your YouTube here.
Okay,
That way they can follow your content.
alrighty.
Yeah. Jackie YouTube. Yeah, if you guys can follow Jackie, please, on her YouTube channel. She has a lot of very good content on there as far as credit. She's on there daily. because we're part of this YouTube engagement group. So so we're there every day on YouTube, which is crazy, but yeah, we're there. Yeah, so if you guys can follow her, I really appreciate that. I'm also gonna post your YouTube, Jackie, when I post a replay in our group. A lot of
Okay.
people watch the replays in my group. There's 180 people there, so and yeah, does anyone have any last minute questions for Jackie before we go? No? If not, can we give Jackie some type of reaction in the chat? You know, emoji, some type of clap in the chat, some thank you.
Thank you, Louis. Thank you for having me. Anyway,
Yeah,
guys, have fun with your class.
yeah, thank you, Jackie. There
Thank
you
you.
go. There's Kyle. There's Kyle. There's Charles. All right, Jackie.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'll see you in a few minutes under
Bye.
other mentorship. Okay.
Bye.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Bye bye.